Hi, everyone. I've been looking to get lost in a museum for a while now, but there are so many from which to choose. It's hard to pick just one. I could spend the afternoon here at the MFA and see some rarely exhibited works. My other option is a new hands-on engineering exhibit at the Museum of Science. What to do? Help me decide. Art at the MFA or hands-on engineering at the Museum of Science?
Well, folks, the votes are in. 47% of you say engineering is more your speed and want to see Anthony visit the Museum of Science. 53% of you say Anthony should head to the Museum of Fine Arts. Oh, we are so cultured. The Museum of Fine Arts is where Anthony is headed.
Boston's Museum of Fine Arts is an institution that celebrates creativity. But during the pandemic, museum staff had to kick creativity into an even higher gear.
Very difficult to think about what we could do at the museum, what was going to happen. It was closed at the time, thinking about exhibitions when we would reopen.
Despite the challenges, curator Michelle Miller-Fisher and her colleagues worked together virtually to develop a new exhibit. First, they crafted a long list of art objects that the museum had acquired over the previous 2 years. The team then shared the list with colleagues across the museum with the hope of pairing the newer items with gems from the museum vault.
It's a very collaborative project. It's a very big Zoom call.
Curators, conservators, and designers followed a few guidelines to make new light, encounters, and connections work.
The first had to be, if you're bringing something out of collection storage, can it be something that's never been on display before? We also said we weren't on site a lot of the time, so it had to be something that was easy to get out. And this is the result that you see here.
Much of the art on display is by local artists, including Roxbury native Stephen Hamilton.
This piece is called Joseph Lewis as Ezenry. It is part of the Founders Project that reimagined Boston Public High School students as the legendary progenitors of West and West Central African ethnic groups.
Hamilton's work is paired with an Alejo wrapper cloth made in Nigeria in the early 1900s.
What's interesting about these pieces and how they're paired, we see sort of like a crossover in terms of tradition and also like the function of those textiles.
Boston-based artisan Eben Haynes created Shelter in Place at the beginning of the COVID lockdown to keep himself busy.
I had to turn this into a gallery and ask for other people to send us their work, their miniature work, and we could show it online. We were locked out of our studios and galleries were closed and museums were closed, and it was a way to just get people's work out there and give them a reason to start making things again.
The Shelter in Place gallery features a sculpture by Jamaica Plain artist Allison Crony Moses.
This was an opportunity in a time where I hadn't been working. I haven't been making actual physical objects in a while. And so I jumped at it. At the same time, we're in the middle of the pandemic and racial awakening happening, very public murders of Black people on the news. So it felt like a time where chaos was happening around you and a lot of sorrow. And for me, being able to get back into working felt amazing.
Michelle Miller-Fisher hopes the exhibit inspires visitors and sparks conversation.
I really hope that they understand that a museum is made up of many different types of artworks that tell many different types of stories, and I hope they find a story that is meaningful to them.
Excellent. And the art is arranged in 21 different sections of the exhibit. Subjects range from motherhood to childcare to native resistance. The curator says to visualize it as a dinner party where you go into a room and think to yourself, okay, which conversation do I want to gravitate towards and become a part of? The exhibit is on display through February of 2022.